Kane, the immortal warrior, cursed to wander the earth for eternity.
Hail, savages! Death Angel's Shadow was written by Karl Edward Wagner, who looks nothing like me, and published June 1st, 1973. It's been reprinted, but it hasn't been reprinted for a long time. There are rumors as to why, that his family wants to keep it out of print, that the rights owners are difficult to work with, that it's cursed by a dark god. I don't know. I wouldn't speculate, but it's probably the last one. Because of that, copies are expensive. Giving away that I liked it if I say that I'd be checking out every used bookstore, and if I manage to find a paperback, I'll be buying copies of anything Karl wrote. Just not if it's a choice between a paperback and winter boots for my kids. Reprint it. I will buy it. Come on, guys. Okay. Death Angel's Shadow is a collection of 3 novelettes. The first is Reflections on the Winter of My Soul. So Kane flees some assassins into the bitter cold and ends up at a remote castle. He collapses at the doorstep and he's brought in. We're introduced to a motley crew of characters, and the Lord of the Manor takes Kane out on a hunting expedition, despite warnings against doing so. Some beast kills most of the hunting party, and only a few make it back to the castle, and the monster may be inside with them. No further spoilers here. This story has a lot of mystery elements, cosmic horror in the vein of The Thing, and a lot of ass-kicking.
Greetings, mortals! You are watching the Eric Wag channel. You will like, share, and subscribe. So it is written!
Now on to the second story. 2. Cold Light. In this one, Kane goes a little emo and retreats from the world. He comes to the town of Sebi in the middle of a desert. It's a town stricken by tragedy, and no one there does anything beyond the bare minimum to survive. The whole place is fading away. There, Kane meets a girl who is different from the rest and has a few strange powers. There's a budding romance between the two, but almost platonic, as Kane seems hesitant to form any kind of lasting bonds with a mortal. Little does he know that a party of elite crusaders have also arrived, determined to destroy the most evil creature on the face of the earth. Him. Again, no spoilers, but Karl provides an interesting look at good, evil, and fanaticism, and that plays out over a brutal game of cat and mouse. It's a lot of fun. Third story is Mirage. Kane escapes a battle, badly wounded, and is set upon by ghouls. He is rescued at the last moment by a strange girl. He finds himself in a lonely castle with only a few servants. And I can't say much more without spoilers, because it gets right into it. This one is heavy on mystery and pathos, showing that Karl's abilities as a writer stretch beyond action. All right, so what's the verdict? Karl Edward Wagner is I keep saying Wagner like he's a composer. Anyway, Karl Edward Wagner is a powerful writer, but I think he can get ahead of himself sometimes. His passion for the story comes through, but sometimes everything happens has an exclamation point. I'm not a reader or a writer who is put off by the dreaded exclamation point, but at a few spots he gets really heavy-handed with this. At points, I found that Karl's dialogue felt a little too modern sounding, but it didn't intrude too much. Might be a little harsh on him with this point, but I thought it worth bringing up. Has anyone else felt this reading him? Pacing is fantastic. Karl does not sit around ruminating. We get into the action and it doesn't let up. Kane himself is a fun character. He's absolutely ripped, fights with cunning, is a notable sorcerer, and unlike with a character like Elric, we don't see too much sorcery, like openly. Karl makes it clear that in his world, sorcery is dangerous and requires preparation. I really like that. There is an absolutely bitchin' scene where Kane takes advantage of another sorcerer's magic without the use of magic. And I jumped out of my seat like I was watching 1980s wrestling when the scene sort of worked itself out. It's awesome. So this is a solid 5-star. It's a real shame that copies are hard to come by. And like I said, yeah, I'm gonna pick up everything I can find by him when I come across it at a even close to reasonable price. Otherwise, I figure Karl Edward Wagner should be much better known. So check him out. All right. Take care, everyone. Cheers.